Hi folks, I'm Rick Silver. I'm the director of Thrive. It's an outpatient mental health center in Columbia, Maryland. This is another installment of Reflections with Dr. Rick. These are videos of my writings as I go through and explore my own thoughts and feelings and reactions to the whole COVID crisis, and I hope these have some meaning for you. This one's called Magic in the World, and it's about looking beyond sort of the day-to-day adjustments that we have to make to COVID in our lives, to what this might mean down the road and on a larger scale. I was speaking with one of my patients earlier today, discussing the changes that have come upon us with COVID. As always, most challenging was the withdrawal of human contact that has become the necessary sacrifice we must make to beat back this virus. We were grateful for the human cleverness that allowed us to create a virtual world in which we could still connect, but we were left longing for the real thing, the hug, the shout to a friend in the street, the random 1,000 encounters of everyday life that remind us of the rich web of human interaction. It is a web that sustains us, stimulates us, defines us, the theater that not only entertains us, but creates our identities. The script of our lives is written not in isolation, but inscribed by the words of every foe or protagonist we meet along the way. For who are we but the experiences poured into us by those we love and those we detest? Those who have enlightened us and those who may have driven us into darkness, inadvertently offering us the chance to emerge better and stronger and more whole. Their actions are imprinted on our spiritual and genetic inheritances, their hands having sculpted our lives into the shape that we call self. We are human precisely because we have interacted. What then to make of this odd scourge of the coronavirus that has all but silenced the social music of the world? Despite the electronic images we exchange throughout each socially distanced day, the world is bereft from the loss of touch, of real connection. There is a dark magic that pervades our days, that has taken not only people from the streets, but taken what feels like the very essence of our lives, the sustaining nourishment of daily human discourse. Some might invoke science as an explanation, that world of logic and precision which has detailed the evolution of the virus as it morphed from bat to pangolin to human, then monitored as it spread like some mute, brutal beast around the globe, touching every community, every family with its curse. I find comfort in the science because it appeals to a rational self that seeks solace through understanding, and trusts that with the careful manipulation of biological variables in pristine labs by white-coated scientists, we can restore hope and life. But I believe that something else is at work here. We humans sense intuitively that just beneath the veneer of our civilized lives, there rages the battle between dark and light. We are bred to see the meaning that lurks behind the obvious. Born millennia ago into a world ruled by magic, we took meaning from the spoor of an animal, the scent on the breeze, the deep rhythmic thrum of hooves that we heard with an ear laid on the barren earth. Sensation became omen, and we heard in the wind not only the cry of the bird, but God's prophecy for us as well. Is God speaking to us again through the virus, through its devastation of our social lives, our banishment to separate corners to contemplate in solitude what has gone wrong? We've lost what is most dear, the richness of human connection. In an age overtaken by hatred and intolerance, where cruelty has become the lingua franca of so many social interactions, there is much we seem to have forgotten about how to love. In fairy tales, magic has the power to restore beauty. What sweet kiss of human kindness must we learn to deliver if we are to make it through the blackest of nights? Thank you. Take care.